from the Caribbean, and I'm a Christian boy. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Nothing wrong with dancing. Part of our culture. No ways rotating, no. Don't let the devil tempt you. Christian from the Caribbean, and music is a part of our life. Yeah, we dance and raise flag, but we represent Jesus Christ. Can't promote no reveling, cause the Bible not tell me them thing is sin. Used to do them thing before, but Jesus cleansed me from deep within. So no more partying, no. No more drinking, no. Cause Jesus saved me, but me dance when the gospel hit me. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood, my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood, my blood. Don't hold me, let me dance. Don't hold me, let me dance. Oh yeah, let me dance to Jesus. Let me dance to Jesus. Oh yeah, dance to Jesus. Oh yeah, yeah. Young and old, come along. Everyone can do it. No worry about nothing. It ain't got no age limit. Cause this party is heavenly. That's still a problem gone away. It's a new kind of dancing. Can lead you to your healing. So get up and dance. Dance your problem them away. I know you've been waiting long, but your breakthrough is today. Forget about every negative thing. Get up and dance into your blessing. It might look confusing, but it's Caribbean Christian living. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood, my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood, my blood. Don't hold me, let me dance. Don't hold me, let me dance. Oh yeah, let me dance to Jesus. Let me dance to Jesus. Oh yeah, dance to Jesus. Oh yeah, yeah. I say don't hold me, leave me, let me dance. Don't hold me, just leave me, let me dance. Let me go, let me go, let me dance. Let me go, just let me dance. Let me go, let me go, let me dance. Let me go, let me go, let me dance. Let me go, let me go, let me dance. I want to dance to Jesus, boy. Let me go, let me dance. Let me go, let me come on and dance the problem them away. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood, my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood. Caribbean Christian, and dancing in my blood, my blood. Don't hold me, let me dance. Don't hold me, let me dance. Oh yeah, let me dance to Jesus. Let me dance to Jesus. Oh yeah, dance to Jesus. Oh yeah, yeah. If you get what you want tonight, will you remember me tomorrow? Whoopsie mama. So true, I will never fool you. I start to dance with that cute little birdie. Then I push it close, right up to me body. Then I whisper to her, I love you like no other. I want to take you home tonight. Say you only want to fool me because you want my body. And when the next day comes, you don't remember me. If I go home with you and give you what you want, what happens after that? In the morning when the sun rises, if you get what you want tonight, will you remember me tomorrow? Yes I will, yes I will.
West Indian Song Crew on a run the road now. Turn it up on the road. Turn it up on the road. Turn it up, 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 turn it up. Dancing, everybody liming, everybody jumping.
If you looking droopy, fire it. Moving lazy, fire it. Waste of winery, fire it, fire it. We calling this one murder, girl wine on it. Harder, I'm pushing it. Further, we both getting longer. All day she won't walk, riding it. I love how she walk, riding it. Don't go, she could walk, riding it. All over the truck, riding it. We having a time. We on this like more than a swine. West Indians love to walk and wine. On the road, I'm blowing my mind. When you see them on that thing, it's true.
Trainee girl, them wine up for me. With the Asian woman, walk up for me. Antigua girl, them shake it for me. Shake it for me, shake it for me.
With Jamaican y'all, them stooky for me. With me Brooklyn y'all, them wave it for me. The English y'all, them come let me see. This is the anthem I want to see.
All my sexy ladies, got that thing up on me. If you're feeling horny, all up in the party. I know you're feeling the pressure.
From the wine I deliver, I'm gonna take you higher.
We going higher than ever. So come fly with me, girl. You are all I need. You're my fantasy. Believe me when I
We
say.
not leaving till the morning. Tell the DJ keep it pumping. On the rhythm how we jumping. So get on the floor and roll it, roll it. Not leaving till the morning. Tell the DJ keep it pumping. On the rhythm how we jumping. So get on the floor and roll it, roll it.
Whole night you been watching me. Since I step in at the club, boy, you're on to me. And the way I walk my waist, I know it calling you, boy.
Girl, I'm feeling the pressure from the wine you deliver.
You are gonna take you higher. Believe me when I say. We not leaving till the morning, Mr. DJ. Keep it bumping and the rhythm how we jumping. So get on the floor and roll it, roll it. We not leaving till the morning, Mr. DJ. Keep it bumping and the rhythm how we jumping. Get on the floor and roll it, roll it.
And I wanna take you home tonight. Ain't no teasing, I wanna make no more.
Morning. Yeah, for a minute there, I'm so busy trying to post and all kind of stuff. I completely forgot where I was, what I was doing. This is Lima Dunbar, and welcome to the People's Chat Room. On the ones and twos, we've got DJ Kevorkian, and producing the show, we've got DJ Code Red. It's another beautiful Saturday here in Central Florida. We got a really packed show for you today, and I also have a little bit of politics for you because I feel that here on this show, we need to continue informing you as a voting citizen or someone that is living in the state of Florida, you know, to let you know what's going on and to help you recognize that you can't keep sleeping. I know that man DeSantis hates this term, which originally belonged to us black people, but y'all gotta wake up and stay woke, all right, because there's a lot going on. So I'll turn you back over to DJ Kevorkian while I pull up some news articles so we can chat about it. But before I turn you over to Kevorkian, yeah, right? The guests today on the show, we've got Miss Natasha Wilson, and we've also got reggae singer Jahmali. Jahmali, we had him on the show a couple years ago, and I really didn't think we did justice to this young artist, so we brought him back. And he's got some really good music, and he also has an album dropping this month. But we have a lot of music from him that we could talk about and play, and then we're going to have our conversation with Miss Natasha Wilson Jean. Also, our contributors, Miss Natalie Amoroso or Kevin, I don't know which one going to be on, and of course Miss Phyllis Worrell. So with that being said, let me turn you over to DJ Kevorkian.
Soca music playing, flag swaying, drink sharing, we partying but
Mr. Clayton Wiley. Wagwan. Out of San Fernando.
Ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen, we present
Stephen
to you
Charles. And of course, we also listening to us on the Facebook page. Mr. Chris Garcia. Want to remind you that we are being powered by iTunes Radio right here on the People's Chat Room. Yeah, Kovokian, do you think?
Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you the Building Shade. Featuring Maximus a Gladiator. Representing Cha-Cha, hotter than a radiator. Who do you know? Earthquake, building shake. Feel the vibes with the music make it. Earthquake, building shake. Music can make a dead man wake up. Earthquake, building shake. Feel the vibes with the music make. Earthquake, building shake. Music can make a dead man wake up. Play the music in a Buckingham Palace. Make the Queen turn back an Alice. Play the music in a the White House. Make the President jump and shout. Play the music in a parliament. Beat the desk with an excitement show.
Elizabeth Superville. She says she enjoying the vibes. Good.
Earthquake, building shake. Feel the vibes with the music make them. Earthquake, building shake. Music can make a dead man wake up. Earthquake, building shake. Feel the vibes with the music make it. Earthquake, building shake. Hey, hey.
Done by the door. Realize I have to pay more. I have to get in because this red not missing me. It's not missing me. I want to go big people party, make the music take over me. I wanna jump up all day, all night. I wanna wind up all day, all night. I want big people party, a liquor up inside me. I wanna jump up all day, all night. I wanna wind up all day, all night. Nothing ain't wrong with a stranger. Grinding on a stranger. Trampling on a stranger. Nothing ain't wrong with a stranger. Grinding on a stranger. Trampling on a stranger. Show back and push. Go back and push. Back, back and push. Hey. Show back and push. Roll back and push. Back, back and push. Hey.
Listening to hear what coming after that rhythm. So it's time to educate y'all. There's a part of the show where I try to remember to educate y'all. So if you're living in the state of Florida, here's what's coming down the pike. For all you people that continue to sleep and tell yourself, okay, it had nothing to do with me. But if you have a child, this is what's going on. Florida Republicans, because remember the legislature is Republican in the state of Florida. There's only one lone Democrat, I believe. Seeks to restrict sex education for students. They confirmed that. So most likely this is going to pass, okay? Stan McLean, he's a Republican, proposed legislation, House Bill 1069, seeking to restrict the educational materials used in state schools, which critics have likened to book banning. Because, you know, they're banning a whole bunch of books, and because we have a weak-ass Democratic Party, we ain't seen a whole lot going on. At least to our, visible to us. The bill requires course material and instruction on sexually transmitted diseases, health education, or material on human sexuality to only occur in grades 6 through 9. So if you have a child, and we had a conversation about this yesterday briefly, a lot of girls start seeing their periods when they're around 10, 11. So you ain't even reached to the 6th grade yet. And a lot of times it happens in school, believe it or not. Okay? Because the periods ain't going to wait until you reach home, all right, to show itself. So a lot of times when it happens in school, little girls are a little bit shocked, surprised, especially if they have a parent who's never never talked to them about that. That conversation. It happens in school. Guess what? That kid is not allowed, or the teacher is not allowed to have a conversation with that little girl. That teacher could either be charged or lose his or her job.
That's stupid.
But this is what the Republicans are doing, a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, but I mean, you understand.
They don't dwell in the real world.
You understand, if you have a daughter, you should understand something like that, that pivotal in their life is embarrassing, especially when they're in school. I mean, something like that, that's a very embarrassing situation.
It is embarrassing, but there are a lot of parents don't talk to their kids about these things enough.
Well,
okay,
I'm sorry,
they don't have conversations with their children. And if you have a girl child, you're supposed to have a conversation about, with your daughter about, okay, this is what's going to happen. Some people have it early, so let me give you a little pack that you could leave in your backpack with pads in it, okay? And if it happens, just go straight to the toilet and do ABCD. All right.
My question to that goes, I don't have a girl child, so.
But you have a little girl granddaughter.
Mm-hmm. But my question will be, if they are banning the education, are they going to be removing? You just mentioned a young lady having her becoming a lady, a young woman becoming a lady. Are they going to remove the materials like tampons and stuff like that in school?
Well, in some schools they don't even have it. Some schools they don't have it. This is something that the PTA does.
Interesting.
Okay, so don't think that this is something that's naturally done by the school. It doesn't happen like that. That's why parent-teachers associations and stuff like that, or even a parent being involved with your child in school, showing up to help out in to volunteer in the school on a certain day, because a lot of times when kids see you, they feel good. Hey, that's my grandma, that's my grandpa, that's my mommy, that's my daddy. It gives them a sense of belonging. All right. So again, a lot of times that does not happen, and again, that's where parent-teachers associations are very, very important. I'm not looking at the Facebook screen right now, so I don't even know if there's anybody responding to that. So let me check a look see. But again, yeah, we do have a Trump. We do have a Trump. A mini Trump, and this one is a whole lot more dangerous because Trump didn't have the suave.
Trump already
he was charismatic, or he is charismatic.
Get locked up Tuesday, Gail. What happened to you?
Well, let me tell you something. I am one of those cynical people. I don't believe it's going to happen until it happens.
No,
when it
happens,
happens,
I feel he get the inside scoop, man.
Who had the inside scoop?
I feel he get the inside scoop.
You think?
Yeah. He know what's going on. He ain't stupid.
You know what?
He ain't dotish at all.
But let's bring it back to DeSantis, because we live in Florida and DeSantis is more of a threat to us than
Both
anything
of them
else.
Same threat to them.
Okay, because anything DeSantis wants, DeSantis seems to be getting.
You know that.
Another thing that is happening that I want you all to be aware of is that so I'll bring this up in another segment of the show because I gotta completely read through the article properly. So in the meantime, play some music for us, yes.
Hola Tunje, ooh yeah 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 yeah. When like she from Africa, ooh yeah yeah. From Africa, ooh yeah yeah. Calm down, tell me see you wind up your bumper. I'm bring that closer to me. Now give me when you push back that thing hard and answer my fantasy. Girl, your body looking good, and you would be.
This is song I'll tell you about.
When you
really push Ola career right here. You know?
Hola, she grab on me thing like hola, and then I get shit.
You say who?
Hola,
Wait, no, give me what is it?
This song is the song that really pushed
Yes,
Ola
yes.
career. You know?
Just give me some time now. Hola, she want me to stop down the
That's when he went on that show.
You think it really pushed his career when he went in
Well, it gave him more of an international platform. Because
You think it helped his career?
I don't know if it helped or hurt. I do know that it gave him an international platform, whereas before it was predominantly Caribbean people and Trinidadians that knew about Olatunji. When he went on that show, whatever show it is, I can't remember. Yeah, it gave him an international platform, which is what you want most soca artists want, right? They want to be on an international stage. So he got that, Do your thing.
And you would be in a mood when you wine so good, yeah. Then she ball out, hola. She grab on me thing like
I get shit the thing right. Hold on, I'm shop the place and you know you're whining good. She mad up. Hold on, just give me some time now. Hold on, she want me stop down.
Family Saturday.
Hold on, but you
Sing the song, man. Sing the song, man.
and she ball hola 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 hola. She ball hola 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 hola. She call me name. She ball hola 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 hola. Hola 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 hola. She call me name.
You see, you got nothing to say.
Don't be f***ing talking to me.
See me then. Soca just give me powers. Yeah, make me jump and fit for hours. Nah. Soca just give me powers. Yeah, drink me rum and share with others. Fit for hours. It's soca powers. It's a wonderful feeling to share with others. All my brothers and all my sisters. Today we making we name. Car, we party in sun or rain. We don't care what the people say. Once the music hit my vein, so much powers I can't explain. Until I call a name, when the Father take me away. All my friends will say, I'm phenomenal. I'm phenomenal. We're phenomenal.
Matter of fact, where is everybody from right now? If you listen to from New York, give the times to New York, Miami.
We're phenomenal.
Let me know where all you're from.
Soca does give me powers. Yeah, turn me into masqueraders. Soca does give me powers. Yeah, draw me straight to different colors. Masqueraders, we get me powers. It's a wonderful feeling on stage together. Rolling with banners with different colors. We crossing the stage. Car, we party in sun or rain. We don't care what the people say. Once the music hit the vein, so much powers I can't explain. Until I call a name, when the Father take me away. All of my friends will say, I'm phenomenal. I'm phenomenal. We're phenomenal. I'm phenomenal. I'm phenomenal. We're phenomenal. We're phenomenal. Yeah, yeah.
Why do all these same songs always get your reaction?
Isn't it with you he's supposed to be?
I like this song, boy. This one.
Whole night you over
Trouble.
in your life when there's
And
only one you
finally.
Wait. We have a problem. We have a problem.
What?
The man asks, how is it that the same song gets the same reaction all the time from
All the
you?
time.
You
Now
mean
listen
this
to
song?
me. Listen to me. As a DJ, they go, how come all of they play the same songs all over and over? Because guess what? People give us the same reaction to the same songs before you open them out all over and over and over again. So they think, well, how come all of don't play the new music? We play the music and guess the reaction we get.
What's new music?
Nobody knows the new music.
I
Okay.
not start not to go.
Okay,
I
all right,
I started.
Say, make a point. You have a good point. I still like it though. I like finally too.
I tip in a whining, no me, don't care if your friend them hold me. I hear where this man's supposed to be.
Where's the scene, man?
I don't want to cause no drama, but the bam bam hold me mama. I just wanna take you home with me.
Don't really want to intervene, but did you come here with your team? She said no, no, no.
Tell me to go so I could leave if I would intervene. She said no, no, no.
That look like trouble in the morning.
When the niggas start to walk up, when the music start to pump up, oh girl, I'm taking you home with me. Trouble in the morning, when I'm nowhere close to sober. When the party I was over, everybody ready to party rum, ice, ice. The blessing on one and right.
Hey, Natalie.
Party tonight tonight. Because we out and party, so we cause you
Trouble.
just so we cause you trouble. Everybody bag it buzzing. Well, after we cause you trouble. Somebody give me room to mash up this place.
Hey, Natalie.
Hi there, how are you?
I good. We when I'm caused with normal Saturday trouble.
Listen, I tell you, it's soccer season now, so
Oh.
depends on the time that the games are scheduled.
So they have a game today.
So yeah, so I'm coming live from the field. Gotta do the soccer mom thing too, right?
All right. Don't go too far now, because I don't want to lose you. Okay, so stay close to. No, but All right. Keep talking. If we have a problem, we go let you know. But keep talking.
Can you hear me from here?
Yeah, man. So far, so good.
Okay. All right.
So what you
All
have for
right.
us today?
So today I figured, we're gonna talk about what not to do when you're thinking about getting a mortgage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the last time we know obviously you don't want to do things as far as messing with the credit and all of that stuff. But what I've gotten a lot lately is if I want to change my job. So if you are considering right changing your job, you are more than welcome to do that. Typically, what the lender want to see is they want to make sure that you're in the same line of work, that you still have that consistent history. You don't want to wait till you're under contract to switch jobs. So if you are in a job right now and you're thinking, okay, I want to make this journey as far as home ownership, but I don't want to. You don't want to wait till you get under contract. Do it before switch the jobs, because typically a lender will accept even an offer letter of a job, right? They'll allow you to have your application move through the pipeline, because as long as you have that time of history, the same line of work, they'll accept an offer letter even if you haven't started. So switch jobs prior to beginning the journey, because once you are under contract, that is not the time. You don't want to have them having to reshuffle and recalculate income and all of that good stuff. Stay where you are, the income that qualified you. Stay in that line of work, because that's the income that they're going to use to bring you to the table. And if you switch jobs and the job is less pay or something, that could hinder the journey once you're under contract. So you want to hold on to the same line of work, hold on to the same job until the closing is complete, and then change job. One of the other things I've gotten to is, well, I want to start my own company. The lenders don't like that, right? Now, if you were to go from being self-employed, say maybe you own your own nurse staffing company, right? Self-employed, and then you want to go back into the nursing field itself, they will allow you to go from a 1099 situation into a W-2 situation, and that's okay.
But not the
But
reverse.
but the reverse of that, going from a W-2 into a 1099 situation, they typically don't like, even if it's in the same field. Now, sometimes, again, in the opposite direction, we can make it work. But if you're thinking about starting your own business, not when you're trying to head to the closing table, right? That's not the right time to do it.
To me, that's common sense. Maybe I don't know if it's because we've been doing this conversation, having this conversation with you guys for over a year, and maybe there's certain information that's drilled in me. Maybe that's where that's coming from. But to me, it's common sense. You know what I mean? Because going into your own business is risky financially, because you may have good weeks, not so good weeks, good months, not so good months, because you have to get to that level of establishment. But I don't know, boys. Some people, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I think people don't really just think, they don't think ahead, right? They just say, oh yeah, well, I'm still working, right? I have an opportunity to make my own money if I step into my own business and doing my own thing. However, the lender doesn't know that. So going from a working hard, I've been working at this job for all this time, but now I want to go start my own company. You're a risk to the lender unless they can see that you have a history of running business yourself. So if you start your own company, you need 2 years in. 2 years in. So you come in with 2 years of self-employment. They look at your P&L, they look at your income, everything that you've been doing for the 2 years. That's fine. Being self-employed, a lot of people want to write off all the income because they don't want to pay the taxes. Huge no-go, right? Because the lender going to look at the tax returns and they're looking at that net income. The number that after you say, I made $100,000, but guess what? I had $90,000 worth of expenses. The lender says, well, you only made $10,000 for the year. So people, they want to save. They want to save as far as, I don't want to pay the taxes back. But writing off all the income is not the place. So if you're thinking about purchasing a home, you want to let your tax advisor know, listen, I want to purchase real estate, and let them work with the taxes accordingly, because writing off all the income and saying you had $1 million in expenses, does not help you at all.
And again, the reason why you having this conversation with us today is because some people actually wait until they get to you and then they say, you know what, I've been thinking about working for myself. They actually have that conversation with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Or
yeah,
or
yeah.
it could have been right before they came to me, right? So I had somebody that they've been at a job, believe it or not, for 30 years. The same job, same industry, and 6 months ago decided to step out on their own. Yeah, you don't have a track record. While you might be in the same field, you don't have a track record. Now we can go on a spot by spot basis and ask the lender for an exception, but you have to come in pretty
let me
strong.
ask this question. Can you be in that job for 30 years, same industry, stay in the job and work on your side, work on your own business on the side and mention that?
Well, you can. However, they're not going to consider the income that you're making from your self-employment. They're still only going to look at your income.
But at least you will have that main source of income still being consistent. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, you could do that.
So now if you were, like, let's say if you had the W-2 job and you started as a self-employed and you have your side job for the past 2 years, they don't consider both those income, right? So if you keep your W-2 job and you say, let me build up a history, let me make sure I'm stable, and you've been at that self-employed job for 2 years, they'll look at both those incomes and allow you to use it.
Okay.
They'll look at the net income on your tax returns for the self-employed one, right? They'll never look at the gross. So keep that in mind. Do not write off. Don't write off all your income as a self-employed individual if you're thinking about purchasing real estate. It's just not going to work in your favor.
Okay. So let me give them your phone number. Natalie Amoroso, 239-738-1388. And you guys, please remember that she is licensed. If you didn't know, you know it now, that she's licensed to be a mortgage broker in 5 states: Florida, Tennessee, Texas, California, and Virginia. So if you want to do business or purchase or sell in any one of those 5 states, reach out to Natalie. The phone number again is 239-738-1388. And let her know that the People's Chat Room sent it, because we want to be able to measure, how far the show is reaching. So if you reach out to Natalie, let them know where you heard the information from. Okay.
I appreciate that, Lima. Of course, I'm gonna leave with this, right? Purchasing a home is really not as hard as anyone thinks. Reach out. All situations, your situation is specific to you. Maybe you might be thinking your situation might be one way, or you might have a workaround or a way that you might not be thinking of. So reach out and talk. Let's have a conversation. Because you might still be able to go through a window that you don't know, and unless we have that conversation, we can't advise you otherwise. At least we'll be able to tell you how to set yourself up to make it work.
And one more statement before she leaves: no question is a stupid question. Just ask, because you never know. You may be asking a question that thousands of other people probably, come on, ask.
Yeah,
okay?
there's always somebody in the room, right? There's always take the one with the guts and the balls to step up and act. Typically, a million other people have the same question. They just don't want to step up to the plate.
Step up to the plate, okay? So we gotta go, Miss Natalie Amoroso, 239-738-1388. You take care and tell your little son I say kick some butt out there on the soccer field.
I'm ready. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Dear promoter,
all right now. Tell Kevin hi.
You see that chosen there? Keep that. You see that curtain there? Keep that. We don't need your fancy stage, brother. Once a Trini reaching your vet is nice, place. Boy.
And Teddy Rocks. Thanks for tuning in to the Facebook page of the show. My cousin Juliana Nathaniel. Hi, cuz.
Don't matter time or day, we can start it anyway. Oh gosh, oh Jah, feel like you're ready, sweet as oh man.
I can't see good. All I've seen is just a second. Fashion show tomorrow, spring 23. But I can't see the So tomorrow is a fashion show for
Tomorrow the big fashion
Slate
show.
Statements
Tomorrow
on
is the
Instagram.
big fashion show. Yes, it started wrong.
Okay, all
Tomorrow is the big fashion
fashion
show.
show.
You can't just say the big fashion
big
show.
fashion. Yeah,
As if people shopping on Pickens. No. The big
Okay, so
fashion show
I'm
tomorrow.
being coached here. The big fashion show tomorrow.
Yes.
On Instagram. Slate Statements. So follow them on Instagram, Slate Statements, and the time for the fashion show
It's
is
7 p.m. tomorrow on Instagram.
Y'all make that font bigger, no, man.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not the only one that does wear glasses.
You sure?
Yeah, man.
I can see it.
7 p.m. tomorrow.
All right.
We glasses is working on.
Who is
Yeah.
we glad? You know what? You gave me a hard time today. Alright? Okay. So remember, we are powered by iTunes Radio, and you can hear the show in repeat mode this evening on Soca Fashion TX.
Some rum from the morning.
So you can hear us on Facebook.
Alcohol flowing up my veins.
We're not on Instagram. Instagram playing the ass today. Relax.
And I'm feeling
Right? But we're also on Mixcloud. My brain just going south, man. And the show is also being seen and heard live on YouTube. We want you to please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay? Larry Steven, he's kind of my cousin. Mark Claremont Jr., one of the biggest, bestest drummers here in Central Florida. Claudette CP Peters, Claudette, darling. And are you still in Montserrat? Because I know she was. Anyhow, let me let you know. Right now, Lyrical is the face or the cover of iTunes Entertainment Magazine. What? And our next cover will be none other than Miss Claudette CP Peters. And that will be, let me count for months here. What month we in right now? March, April, May. Okay, so she will be June, July, August. All right, so y'all look out for that one. And while we're at it, please visit iTunes Entertainment Magazine or iTunesEntMagazine.com to read all the issues we have on there, including the current one, which features Lyrical as our cover. And remember, the next cover will be Claudette, okay? We're waiting for Phyllis Worrell, our next contributor, to come on so we can have a conversation. She does Facebook Live every Monday called Motivational Monday. So we want to hear what she has for us today. In the meantime, come walk and do your thing now. Say no, yesterday was his, no. Day before yesterday was his birthday.
Tell him I'm still waiting for my stuff.
Shake it. Say what?
Labor Day jam in Brooklyn.
That is where I met Evelyn. Couldn't resist when I see this Yankee gal. You should post in all the words, man.
She say I
Never know how to get on Wasi.
and if I don't get the recipe, she the woman go laugh at me. Girl, you don't have no problem. When you get the secret, you go outshine.
Phyllis,
Put your hand in the air and shake it.
I see that bring a smile to your face.
Yes.
Shake it. That was the days, right? With Song Revolution and Chandelier and all that. So Leon, you know, for those of you that didn't know, Leon was the frontline singer along with Colin Lucas for Song Revolution.
Yes.
2 days ago was his birthday. I'm just cracking up. I don't know why I'm cracking up, but I am. Welcome to the show again. Our contributor, Miss Phyllis Worrell. Phyllis, what you have for us today, darling? Good morning, good evening. You're walking. I know you're walking.
Greetings. Yes, I'm on the people's job. Happy Saturday, all. We here in cold New York City, okay?
Where's the
No
weather? Where's the
snowing,
weather?
we have the sun out, so we're not too bad.
Come walking, asking, where's the weather? Where's the temp?
I think it's in the 50s. It's not too bad.
That's not so bad.
I'm on 25 today, so that's good.
What you have for us today, sis?
Okay, so my past guest this week, I had Alison McLeod, and we were talking about the weight loss, her weight loss journey, and she had her coach on also, and she started with 210, and she's down to 155.
Okay.
And what's so
Just,
good
just,
about
just, just,
it?
just now. Come on, can just bring it down just a little bit. She started at 210 and she came down to 150.
155.
155. How she did that?
Natural.
Wait. How long? Months? A year?
She started going in 2 years is her anniversary coming up.
Okay.
And what she said is that she was suffering from high blood pressure, anxiety. So then she started to feel bad looking in the mirror, how big she got. And then she was watching this program in Trinidad. She was from Trinidad. And she saw this coach, which her name is Jessica James. And Jessica James, she's a past runner for Trinidad and Tobago. And Jessica had her program. She took the number and her weight loss journey started from there. Now, it wasn't easy because remember, when you're 210 pounds, it's determination, encouragement, consistency. You have to change your habit of eating. So it was a lot for her. But she said she could testify that at 155, she no longer take the high blood pressure medication, and she do not take any pills again for anxiety.
Okay. That's amazing. I have high blood pressure, and I take my pill one every morning and then one at night, you know. And I think I have changed my diet somewhat. I kind of like, well.
You telling the truth?
I'm telling the truth.
You sure?
That's the coach stated, right?
You sure?
I'm telling the truth. The two only melon.
She went down from 8 sugars to 6.
So,
and if you see the tantrum this morning.
Actually, I went down from, truth be told, 10 sugars. Okay?
That's why the tantrum was
10
this morning.
sugars to 5.
And that's why the tantrum was this morning.
I had a tantrum this morning.
Because they gave her 3 sugars.
Because they didn't give me my 5 sugars. I could taste it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you know what? Lemaya cut out sugar completely. And
that will not happen.
Let me tell you something. We would all run away from Lima the day she cut out sugar.
But let's take the focus off of me. So you had a really interesting guest on Monday. So so that journey took her a year, and she went from 210 to 155. That's amazing.
Yes, it's amazing. But you know, it's hard work. When I saw the transformation, I think she was good for the program because we all have something we not pleased about our body. And you know, when you're aging, menopause, the testosterone.
Getting old is a bitch. Let's be real now. Yeah. It's a straight bitch.
Yeah.
What is that? A whistle? A bird's chirping?
And remember, what's so good? She just celebrated her 56th birthday and looking terrific.
Awesome.
Allison, yeah.
Okay.
You know, and I had the picture up on my Facebook page. If you want to go and see the before and the after pictures, terrific.
Okay, so let me sing your song a little bit. Okay, guys, every Monday, Phyllis is on at 8 o'clock to 9 p.m. 8 to 9 p.m. And she does a Facebook live stream. I want to encourage you guys to please tune in because she brings some really good information, and then she condenses it and she brings it on the People's Chat Room the following Saturday, where she does a segment with us. But this is just, Phyllis is an example of all the good stuff that you get. Okay, and I say this is me beating a drum here. People, let's go follow Beyonce. This one, that one. Okay, people who will never meet you.
Yes, exactly.
But you just give them your money. You just give them your time. You just go buy their music. When you have local people that bringing you vital information that has your music intermixed in it. Okay? And come on now. We have to start loving ourselves. Charity begins at home and then ends abroad. We are Caribbean American people. We live here, so we could actually add on the American bat. Okay? So give us some of your time. So with that being said, pass the stream around. Tell people about the show. Tell people about her show. And when she comes on Monday nights, check it out. Okay? All right. So
thank you for that information.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Because sometimes it's high nonsense, man. Damn it, diggity damn.
I know, but I must say my viewing went up. I have sometimes 250 people looking. They may not comment, but they do look. But if it's touching to their topic or their interest, they will add.
You mean
ask
250
questions.
views? But
Yes.
your viewing audience has gone up. So we're looking at sometimes you'll
Yes.
have 15, 16 people on there.
That is fast, people.
More than that.
No,
yes.
but she's really bring some good information.
No, but I say people that just only come, watch, those nothing. That is fast, people.
Yeah.
They just want to
Yeah,
see
yeah,
what's
that
going
part.
on. And say,
They'll come and watch. They ain't gonna say nothing. They'll come and watch. Phyllis, I know you gotta go. And like she can't hear us. I don't know if she can. But we see her.
Yeah,
But
I can hear you.
You can
I
hear
can
us?
hear you.
All right,
Yes.
Han. So we'll
Yes.
see you next week, Monday
Next week,
on
please
your
God,
show.
well, I don't know who I may have yet. The gender-based violence, she may come through because she had to go up upstate for a seminar. So I may have her on Monday, but that's okay. We will keep tuned and love you guys. Stay good. Love in the house.
Love in the
And
house.
next week,
Love in the
God's
house.
willing, I'll be in Jamaica.
Way!
There she goes showing off again. Come on, man. Take me with you now. You be safe, all right?
She Phyllis about movement.
Bye-bye, sweetheart. You know, Phyllis said something there, and I want, I think we need to try and get a guest on to talk about transgender, because right now DeSantis is going after transgender individuals. Not just DeSantis, most of the Republican-led states are going after transgender. And I call that self-hate, because a lot of times when they go after people like that, it's because somebody is either they are queer, LGBTQ, and they don't want nobody to know because they're in the closet. So they will strike out at anything that and everything that speaks to who they are. That's self-hate. All right? And or they may have a child or somebody in the family that they're hating on. But this is what your people, Republicans, that's what they do. And I'm not beating the drum for the Democrats either. Them and all full of shit sometimes. However, you got to vote, vote, vote. That's the only way out of this. You can't wish upon a star and it happens. No. You got to vote. All right, Kevorkian, do your thing. Before I go. Oh, Kiddies Carnival. So tomorrow, there are going to be 2 band launchings. And they're at 2 different times, so you all can go attend. The first one will be Queen of Hearts, and that will be at Barnett Park Pavilion, which is West Colonial Drive. So y'all could check that one out. And that is for Orlando Kiddies Carnival. Orlando Kiddies Carnival, which is on May 6th. Because the Kiddies Carnival is, of course, different to the Big People Carnival. Kiddies Carnival is May 6th. The other carnival is May 27th, Memorial Weekend. So on May 6th is Kiddies Carnival, and tomorrow is the band launching for Kiddies Carnival from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. at Barnett Park Pavilion number 4. And then after that, there is a Big People Band launching, which will be at Rum Jungle. And that starts at 6 o'clock? 6 o'clock. Okay, let me see if I can find it. It starts at 6 and it finishes around 10 or something like that.
Why you look for that?
Okay, so yeah, go play some music while I look for that.
Okay.
Booty bye number 1. Booty bye number 2. Booty bye number 3. Booty bye number 4. Hold up your hand if you love and then your fashion and style. There is a posse in the corner, all of them just a ball up in murder. But let me hear you say, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah.
I want to say hi to Mr. Gary Seeley listening to us on the Facebook live stream, as well as Joy Charles listening to us on the Facebook live stream. Every day I love you just a little bit more, and you love me the same.
Yes, she loves me the same.
Remember, we are powered by iTunes Radio, and you can hear the show again in repeat mode on Soca Passion TX at 6 to 8 p.m. and tomorrow on islandbeatradio.net from 12:30 to 2:30 p.m. Right now, Tampa Bay Carnival. When is that? I gotta pour my glasses. And creme de la creme breakfast by the pool, Monday, May 29th. In the meantime, we in band launching mode. So tomorrow the band launching. The Big People band launching is at Rum Jungle. 6 to 10 p.m. and that's because they expect rain tomorrow. That's why. So 2 band launchings, plural. Kitty's Carnival. 1 to 6:30, Barnett Park, and the Big People Band launching 6 to 10 p.m. Rum Jungle, located on International Drive.
Because this is a fact, me have to confess to all of the woman man for due respect. Not true, we dress up in the latest that we love fanciness. When we come out on the street, the man them say we look fresh, and every jack man at them we impress. Sometimes them get right and start this stress, but if it they are quite to see, them a broke off the naked, then no see we feel weak, them start get upset. That's why enough man up put them head in a one basket, but some of them put them out where them can't reach it. As a foxy a grape him, want to pick it whether you're living at the town or in the district. No care me name, no spread no rumor, show me enough respect. No to me living at the ghetto, show me enough respect. No care me name, no spread no rumor, show me enough respect. No to me living at the ghetto, show me enough respect.
I want you, he only loves you. No, it's the next way around. It's the next way around. Okay. I love you, he only wants you. She only wants you.
I got you.
Oh, you know they're gonna mute our ass, right? Yeah.
So you take that, me a criminal.
Rumors them spreading,
Claim that I'm
sensing me planting.
but I'm an addy daddy, naddy juggling. I feel
Rumors of war.
Free and single, she love to mingle, she love the single life. Free and single, she love the single life. Free and single, she love to mingle, she love the single life. Free and single, she love the single life.
Sometime a man forget, cool.
Next week is the first, is it? No?
Next week is 25th. Next week Saturday 25th.
Really?
It's 31 days this month.
Oh, damn. So who's the guest for next month? Sorry. Okay, you can bring the music up.
Wow.
After 7:30, when the sun a shine and the nearby them, I see get me so vexed and it get me so angry. So I get mad and decide to go on nasty. Drape him up and say, listen to me now. You don't know that you fi come home early. Cool. And when you try to do for disgrace, Shelly. Cool. I told me a woman take advantage of me. Cool. You want me neighbor them fi laugh off of me. Cool. You better move out and act properly. Sometime a man forget, cool. Sometime
So
a
next
man
week,
forget,
Saturday.
forget. Sometime a man forget.
On the show, we're going to have Mr. Rubadiri Victor. So remember the conversation we're going to have on Carnival? That's going to be next week, Saturday. Okay. All right. And then on the 1st of April, we're going to have Mr. Oliver Chapman. On the 8th of April, we're going to have Ahyanta. She is, the song that she's dropping is reggae, but she has a type of voice that she can sing anything in front of her. On the 15th, we're going to have Ajamu out of Grenada. Ajamu is a Calypsonian that's been around in Grenada for a long time. He's a staple in Grenada, but now he sings gospel. On the 22nd, we're going to have Scrooge. The 29th, we're going to have jazz guitarist Mr. Theron Shore. On May 5th, we're going to have, May 6th, we're going to have Julian Believe out of Bahamas. And on May 13th, we're going to have Miss Cecile Schoon. Miss Schoon is the president of the League of Women Voters. Again, we most of our guests are entertainers, yes. We know that. But we mix it with people who are from different areas of whether it's different, if there is different areas of study or different aspects of the community. And Miss Schoon is the president of the League of Women Voters. Women are the largest majority or the largest voting bloc in the United States. So we're going to have a really interesting conversation with her. She's also a civil rights attorney. Okay, so let me turn it back over to DJ Kavokia.
My ears now, baby. Let me love you. Feel your warm body close to me now, baby. Oh yeah. I ain't much on Casanova. Me and Romeo and Karen and friends. Can't you see how much I really love you?
I go in the presence of bomb bomb. Hey, hold on the mic in the bomb bomb. Hey, go on the stage in the bomb bomb. So
we're waiting on our first guest, Jahmali, to come into the waiting room so we could have a conversation with him. You know what? Let me reach out to him because I don't want us to be in a rush from one guest to the next.
You know, I go in the presence of bomb bomb. Hold on the mic is a bomb bomb. Me no like not no hole. Me loving you brand. Tourists come and jam, don't forget some fun. Listen and let's take on the roundhouse man. Make them know Kim Shelby grudge. Use this one. I go in the presence of bomb bomb. Hold on the mic is a bomb.
Go now. Don't look back. We've drawn the line. Move on. It's so good to go back in time. Oh, I would never find a girl like you. For I'd be anything takes two with fire and ice. Yeah. Sarah, storms operate in your eyes. Sarah, now I can realize. Sarah, you're like a beauty queen. Sarah.
Here I come again, Jaja. Before your presence we singing. Lord, watch over our shoulders tonight and help us live our
So let me
words
share some
tomorrow.
information about Jahmali.
Forget where we're from, Father, show us the way to go. You said I must love and feed my enemies, and I'm gonna do it. You said I shouldn't hate or grudge, and I won't, not even for a minute. Let only truth come from my lips. Bless our souls, cause without you we can't make it. Lord, watch over our shoulders tonight and help us live our words tomorrow. Let's not forget where we're from, Father, show us the way to go. You're the wind beneath my wings, see me through all little things. You lifted me when I was down, now you have me standing on higher ground. Lord, watch over our shoulders tonight and help us live our words tomorrow. Let's not forget where we're from.
All right. So let me share some information on Jahmali while we wait for him to come into the waiting room. So he's from Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica. He's got a new album that's going to be dropping on March 24th called Pleasant Place. Now, I don't know if we have some of that in the music that was sent to us. It's supposed to be 17 tracks. Positively fueled messages match the roaring vocals of the international artist. Now, one of the things I remember from Jahmali when we had him on the show over a year ago, his music is impressive. The conversation is also really a good conversation that you can have with Jahmali. Upholding the album's theme. Now, this is about the album itself, but I really want you all to get a feel for Jahmali when he comes on in a minute. And Please follow him. If you're on Instagram, please follow him at _real_Jahmali. So Jahmali. And he's in the waiting room, and he'll be coming on in a minute or two. So come on, can do your thing.
Oh, na 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 na. Na 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 na.
Mr. Clinton Mohammed, thanks for joining us on the Facebook Live.
Na 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 na. A brown skin, girl, I wanna wrap you, wanna lock you in my arms and brown skin, woman, I love the vibes, I love the spice, I love the passion you bring. Brown skin, yes, I wanna wrap you, wanna lock you in my arms and a brown skin, woman, I love the vibes, I love the spice, I love the passion you bring. The way you smile.
Hi, Jahmali. Enable your microphone. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. So, while he fixes that, let me send it.
Oh, go.
All right. No, we got you. Welcome back to the show, the People's Chat Room, my brother.
Welcome. Thank you for having me, my sister.
You're welcome. So, I mean, I know what you're capable of. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask Kevorkian to play one of your songs.
Right.
Jump in, and we're gonna start to talk on the other side of this song.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyone, just pull one. Is this in? I'm hoping that we have material from the new album, but either way, I know what you're capable of. So which one is this one, Kevorkian?
Set me free.
Let's start
Set
with the
Me
children.
Free. Set Me Free is the one. You want to go with the children?
All right. Make me free up the meditation first. Set free your medi.
All right. Here we go.
Set free your medi.
All right. There we go.
I know the Most High, secure and blessed. Remove the veil from off your eyes and free your consciousness. Set free your body. Set free your body. So free already. Free already. Our people measure their lives continually by whatever it is their heart believe. Grief of this world is vanity. For every man thinketh his burden is heavy. But I know the Most High, secure and blessed. Hardships you'll survive and still come be a success. Connect the positive sides here in this wilderness. Remove the veil from off your eyes and free your consciousness.
Like I said, I know what you're capable of, because I remember when you were on the show the last time, but this is fresh, this is new. So I'm hearing some acoustics in that one. The acoustic guitar, and then you have that bass line that going.
Very enchanting, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
Very enchanting.
I know you're trying to fix a phone, but here.
Yeah,
no.
I'm trying to fix the phone.
So is that song from the new album?
Yes, that song is from the new album. It's actually the first track on the album.
Okay.
The very first track. So we'll begin by setting the people's medis free. You know, set up your medi, free up your medi first before you can really, take in, consume, if you will, this album, to really prepare yourself for the meditation and the frequency and the journey.
Okay. So you mentioned a song about children, but I don't think we have that one.
Yes, it's called empowering. You have the album.
We were looking
Yes.
for the word children.
No. It's called empowering.
All right, so let's listen to that and we'll talk on the
Yes.
other side, okay?
Yes.
It's empowering.
You see you have got to
Don't be fucking talking to me, so
What? This hour?
it's empowering. So empowering.
Violent.
I wanted to hear this song, man. Boy, come on, man. I want to hear this song. How many children you had singing in that,
Man, I
Jahmali?
get excited about music, okay?
It was 13 children.
13 children.
Whoa!
What's the ages we looking at there?
Pardon me?
What ages we looking at with the children?
Between the ages of 5 to 11.
Oh my God, from the time I say 5, that's a challenge right there because their voices, that's a lot of coaching right there. And you did it for the love, for the love.
It took me a whole Sunday afternoon to do that.
I would believe you on that.
Entire Sunday afternoon.
I believe you on that.
It was the funnest experience in the studio for me.
Okay, every time you try to fix the phone, we getting it in the house. So, and I don't want, I want a really good audio.
I'm sorry.
So we can hear you, we can see you. That's fine. Okay, it's playing. So let me shut up and let me listen to the rest of the song.
The only variables that we have, yes, makes me humbly grateful. Give thanks and praises for believing in yourself, 'cause that's empowering. So empowering, it's empowering. Only your love I bring. That's empowering. So empowering, it's empowering. Listen this what I sing.
Okay, so I gotta tell you as a vocalist, when you did the up and then you came down, okay, that takes a lot of voice control, you know.
Yes. Well, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
You've got such an amazing voice.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The Almighty bless me with it, so we can help to lead my people out of bondage.
And we are so in bondage, it ain't funny. So much in bondage we are. It's okay. What song you want to go with next? You call the shots.
I would say House of My Sojourn, second song on the album.
Okay, here we go.
What do you know about the house you live in? 10 castles on the seashore. It's due for tumbling. I've been through failures. Yet success.
Okay, so I'm standing, I'm listening, and I'm dissecting the music because that's what my brain does. And I'm hearing the Indian instrument, that the drum. What is called that drum again? The drum I'm talking about. You have to sit and they play. No, they sit cross-legged and the drum is like that on their lap, and they do it on both sides like that. I don't know what it's called.
Right,
is that what I'm actually hearing, or I'm hearing something else?
No. Those drums were played by myself, and that's just me in the studio. Yes, that's just me in the studio with a regular, a funde and kete drum in the studio.
An acoustic guitar.
And acoustic guitars.
So you're totally unplugged.
Totally.
All right, let me step back and listen to it again.
Can I tell a It is mine, and your destiny to step inside. 'Cause there's no difficulties in the house of my sojourn. I build it, the fire can burn. House of my sojourn. Jah give me power to discern. House of my sojourn. I give love, yet I hate the return. House of my sojourn. Better to love than to burn.
So one of our listeners on the Facebook feed is saying that you remind him of Garnet Silk.
Well, we have a few things in common, myself and Garnet Silk. A friend of mine just texted me the other day that Garnet Silk came into he had a dream with and Garnet Silk was talking. Him and Garnet Silk was talking about me.
Yes, he does.
And my and Garnet Silk are actually born on the same day.
For real?
Not on the same month, not the same day. 3 days apart.
Wow.
A couple years and 3 days apart.
Wow.
He was born on the 2nd of April. I was born on the 5th of April. So probably that's the similarity there. We're two fire signs, you know.
But when I hear the lyrics, the house of my sojourn, and from I think sojourn means traveler, right, or travel, right?
Travel,
So
yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about that song, because obviously lyrically there's a lot more depth to it than we can even imagine. Because when you say the house of your travel or the house of your sojourn, tell us a little bit more about that song, please.
Well, for me, it is the fact that we have a limited amount of time on the face of this earth, you know, and that little temporaneous thing, which we don't know what happens after we leave this house, you know. But I consider the house to be that which you live by. A man's supposed to live with integrity and keep his word, you know, things like that. Those that would constitute your house, that you're covered by, that you on this travel, you do, it's your kingdom then, which you run it by your rules and your order. And this is why I say, I and I will dwell forever up in the courts of Jaja. The counsels of the wicked just cannot govern in the house of my sojourn. So what we are trying to say is that, you know, when you live by, you know, the things that you live by spiritually, you're supposed to focus on in this journey of life. You know, you focus on what you're doing. Don't let anybody stray you off your path. Stay in your lane. You know, do your thing. Be yourself. You know, it's kind of like that.
I like how your perspective on it. It's not one that I would have thought about as soon as I heard the song, but I like your perspective, and you're right. We do have a limited time here on this planet, on this plane of existence, and I feel that how we represent, not just to other people, but also within our house.
Yes.
You know, it's very, very important.
It's very important.
Very, very important, because when you go, eventually, when you leave this plane of existence, you want to, it would be nice that you leave a legacy, not just in your house, but
remember they say, you know, dance a yard before you dance abroad, right?
Dance a yard before you dance abroad. I like that one. Which song you want to go with next? Which track you want to go with next?
Just go with your heart.
All right.
You are made for me, woman. Girl, I will give you love. Made for a woman. Nothing to worry about, 'cause you're rolling with the king and the king's strong. Love is blinding, cannot be true. I'm certain people find it hard to do. And when we are close, yeah, Natalie, I feel good. DJ on the radio playing the very song I sing for you. Girl, I'll give you love. Made for a woman. Nothing to worry about. Cause you're rolling with the king and the king strong. Come, let's take a stroll up on the season. Keep you warm when you're cold. Rub my arms around your shoulder while holding your...
That's a pretty one, boy.
Wait,
oh my goodness.
So I do have a question. Who did your mastering and production of your music? Because it is excellent.
Thank you, sir. Who did it? It's a team. It's a teamwork. You know, make the dream work. Them saying, I'm the point man, really. And all these songs are original songs, and all of them are played by professional musicians. Some of the best musicians outside of Jamaica.
It's a great team. It's a great
out of Jamaica.
So
you know, yeah.
So Lima listens to lyrics, chord melodies, and changes. I listen to production. I listen to mastering, and this is where we come together. And when we both move to the same song, because we listen to the same song and with different ears. And and when we come together, we look at each other like, man. That's a bad tune. That's a bad tune. Yes, bless.
Well, you know, the company, this is mastered by Mega Wave, my distributor, and the mixing engineers have several different great mixing engineers outside of Jamaica. This one that was just played was mixed by Mr. Stephen Stanley, one of Jamaica's great engineers. You know, this one Made for a Woman that you just played.
Well, he listened to all of that, and for me, lyrically and the chord changes, and then your vocals and the placement of the background vocals. This song is on point. Made for a Woman. Yes, it was made for a woman.
It was made for a woman.
Definitely.
Thank you. I see you digging it. I see you dancing.
Well, yeah, man, it's a bad song. Kavol, can you get to play another one?
Yes, man.
Praises be to the Almighty One. Jah, you see where we are going. For our sake, I make those flee. For the seed some people sowing destroys peace and unity. And it's growing. It is showing. Peace and love in any language will remain one and the same. To the calling of your name, cause it's worthy, Almighty. Let's all rejoice in song and sing. El Shaddai, here and I, like a child.
Do you perform live? I want to hear you live. I want to hear you live. Your music is the type of music I could sit down, and listen to and look at the stage and just go like, yes. You know what I'm saying? Do you perform live?
On special occasions.
We have to make a special occasion for this.
This is some good okay, almost close, but can I? This is some good shit.
It's the people's chat room, so you can do that.
Oh my God. This is some good stuff. El Shaddai, you are awesome.
Thank you.
Pull another one. Pull another one.
Thank you.
Entertainment brings and entertainment brings enjoyment. Too much dangerous amusement in a dance hall, dance hall, dance hall, dance hall. Yeah. No have no cultural agenda for dance hall. Welcome the cultural avenger for dance hall. 'Cause Bobby
thoughts, okay?
Yes, sister.
Your voice has a huge range, and you
Right.
are not afraid to use it.
Right.
You know what you have, and you just let it loose. And there are times when I know, as a singer, we take chances because we have that confidence that we could do it.
Yes.
You're wicked, man. You're wicked.
Thank you. I hope the audience, for your listening audience, is a good thing, that, we can convey what we feel through, vocal cords by the music, that like
Yes.
the rivers of Babylon, and see if we can carry the people them across, to the other side.
To the other side. So we got
Yeah.
time for one more song.
Yeah, man, let's play chapter 11.
Chapter 11.
From the
I
top
think
down,
that-
pop down. Yeah. White collar criminals.
Steel Pulse.
Whoa, whoa. From the top down, then pop down. Down. Yeah. White collar criminals. Meet the bread of the saint. Live the economy in a hospital. With no release date. And then no response, man, and then no response. All when dead at Jonah, I have to give thanks, man, I have to give thanks. For a
Jahmali, to me, you represent a type of reggae that is dying. Am I wrong or right, guys? Am I wrong or right? When I listen to you, we have our next guest waiting in the waiting room. So let me make this quick. You remind me of Steel Pulse, Aswa, that kind of, and for me, that's good stuff.
Yes.
Okay,
Well,
we got to bring you back. We got to bring
yes,
you
we
back
have to.
because
You have to.
we got Natasha in the waiting room right now, but you are
Thank you
always
for having
welcome.
us in.
Anytime, bro. Anytime.
For having us. You guys just keep playing the music and pushing it, let the audience.
Definitely.
let the audience
Definitely.
hear.
You have a blessed one, my brother.
I will. Thank you so much. You already made my day.
Oh, you made my day.
Where can we get? Where can we get?
Oh, okay. So we want you guys to follow him at
The real
Jahmali, the _ real Jahmali. Where can they get your music, Jahmali?
Well, it will be on all the streaming platforms on March 24th. So
Okay.
they can, whether Amazon, iTunes, Spotify,
Okay.
you'll be able to find it. Just look for Pleasant Place. Some of the songs are already released.
Okay.
On repeat, Made for a Woman, Settle Down.
Okay.
You
We're
know.
gonna push the music. We love you.
you
Come
so
back
much.
anytime. One love.
Yes, thank you. As long as you
Bless.
guys will have it. Thank you. Bless up to your listeners.
Bless.
Keep the
Yes.
chat room. Bless. You guys bless up on yourselves. See?
Thank you. Take care.
Rastafari love. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
Yeah, man.
Jahmali, we had him on over a year ago and we brought him back today, and I hope you guys enjoyed everything that you all heard. Please follow him on Instagram at real _ Jahmali. No, I said it wrong, but I'll put it in the edits and I'll mention it again before we leave. Some really good music from Jahmali, and his new album, a lot of what you just heard, drops on March 24th. Okay, Made for a Woman. I really like that track. So let me step back as we wait. We already have Natasha Wilson in the waiting room. We'll do one song before we bring her on so we can have our conversation.
Best late entry of the century. Braga. Yo. I'm not going no small fret. Let me extend my apologies on a big fret with big flag going overhead like canopy. Rag in my back pocket with a white vest, sneakers and wallabies. Knife tips and tight pants. I never really rate none of these. I come from brass festival and from customs and from flour mills. Was a fed fire fet and licensing fet and them had a power pill. Everybody gunners and groovy bunchy, all you pushing.
Playing this song and I know energy inside here at all. And
I come here for no stand up. I come to party with
no energy at all for this song.
So all soca people put your
no energy at all. Now we are started over. No energy.
Yo,
All ready?
I not going no small fret. Let me
Sing my tune.
apologies on a big fret with big flag going overhead like
Sing my tune.
Rag in my back pocket with a white vest.
With my New York family.
Knife tips and
My Baltimore
I
family.
never really
All ready?
these. I come from brass festival and from
One.
customs and from flour mills. Was a fed fire fret and licensing fret and them had a power pill. Everybody gone nice and groovy but you only pushing power still. If it's me alone leave me with
Problems.
I ain't come here for no stand up. I come to party with the hand up. So all soca people put your 2 1 in the air. You 2 1.
So we want to wish you a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
Listen,
Oh my
I know they
God.
had you up whole night awake because
Listen, man.
So
I
right
got
now-
home, they make me get home like 8 o'clock this morning.
That's a regular thing. That's a regular thing.
Blame Melvin and Spice for having you up that hour, the ungodly hour. Blame
Spice don't
Melvin
want me
and
to
Spice.
leave. When we go to the other second location, it's drama legs, Teddy Rhymes, craziness. They don't want to go home. I'm a woman like to sleep, but you hear my voice.
Well,
Well,
we-
I'm only here for you guys.
I appreciate that. I so appreciate that. So we are live on iTunes Radio. The show will be heard in rebroadcast mode this evening on Soca Passion TX and tomorrow on islandbeatradio.net. We had a fantastic guest on before you, Reggae, and now we got you, Calypso,
okay.
Soca, and you are part of the fabric of Trinidad and Tobago, the musical fabric of Trinidad and Tobago, because before we go into the song, because I know Lester trying to find something, I don't know.
Oh,
But
my bad. Sorry.
how old were you when you sang that? That was like you were like 10 years old.
Okay.
Which song? One day.
One day.
One day I was just 10. Yeah, you're right. 10.
Yeah.
10. I don't recollect all you know. I know not too long ago.
Right
I
now
ain't
we
gonna
know
lie.
you're on cobwebs right now because they had you
Wow.
out for the whole night. And ladies and gentlemen, it's because yesterday was her birthday. Okay.
Yeah.
So she had a solar return around the sun, or however they just put it. So we're gonna play something, and then when we come back on the other side, we go chat a little bit.
All right, no problem. No problem.
This of a girl we had come someone. Things in the same way like when we start. Because of your neglectful behavior, the time has come now for we to part. You should have never let the ways of evil dominate your soul and rule your mind. You must always remember when people treat you gentle, you don't treat them unkind. Boy, one day, I tell you one day you're going to call.
Oh, you can stop it before we get to the part that everybody.
You see you?
No. You wait. You stop it before we get to the part that
Listen,
everybody
I
does
don't
be
think
like.
I don't think people realize what they're really getting right now, you know.
Wait.
They
But
need to
I
get-
have a beef with you.
They don't
You
have-
stop this song
They
before
don't
we get to
realize-
the part.
I don't think the listeners realize what the type of treat they're getting right now, you know. This up there, you know. All right.
But you stop this song before it gets to
Yes,
the part.
because they had it hear more than once. They had it hear more than once. Greedy.
Hey Tony, how you doing? 506 crew, Mr. Anthony Blair.
This of a girl we had come someone. Things in the same way like when we start. Because of your neglectful behavior, the time has come now for we to part. You should have never let the ways of evil dominate your soul and rule your mind. You must always remember when people treat
love this song. So, I mean, we're going back before we come forward, right?
Forward,
so,
yeah.
let's go back to that song. When you sang that song, okay, as a singer myself, and I'm not that much older than you, well, then maybe I'm a little bit older than, yeah, I'm a little bit more older than you. When we heard you hit that note, it was like, what the? All right? Okay, so back then, I'm sure you've heard this question before. What was the vibe back then going through you when you realized, okay, the song is hot, I'm only 10 years old. Were you kind of aware of what was happening back then? The level of it?
Good question. Back then, 10 years old, what a 10-year-old kid would want to do, go play, have fun. And being underneath the umbrella of my dad, the mighty Sparrow, I mean, he's a perfectionist. So is time now and time then is two different things. It used to be work, studio work, no sleep for me, honestly. So I didn't know no girl days to say, well, you know, I have a friend coming over and to play and stuff like that. That was just constant work. And then when you finish in studio work, you used to have a time for me for have a voice trainer. So it's like just work, constant work. So to me, sometimes it was a bit frustrating as a 10-year-old, but I was dedicated so much to my craft and knowing that the young person that I am, I had to keep dedicated to bring out female in the business, to represent female in the business, to have them out there in the sense of my time, they didn't wanted female singers to sing.
I know that.
You understand? So they used to give Marshall a hard time and myself as a hard time as two young people. So I did it for you guys. And I mean, it was a lot of hard work, dedication, no sleep. Every time I turn around, it's okay. I have somebody in my face, voice training from there. And that is like, whoa, make that note. You got to song the same way, Natasha, I need this. You got to song the same way as your record or even better. So it was just, constant work for me as a 10-year-old it was.
Okay, so let me go into the next question, because that is a nice segue for the next question, because back then, I wasn't the only person that thought this, so I was not alone. But one of the things that I was vibing back then was like, the way they treated you was different to how they treated Marshall. And here's where I'm coming from. There were many nights when you were out singing when you should have been home sleeping. And he was home sleeping. So it's like there was there was not the recognition that, yes, she's really good. She is, for her age, fantastic voice. But we need to set some boundaries as to, okay, this particular event, bring her on earlier. Some kind of thing like that, And I felt that I was seeing that. I was seeing that with Marshall, but I wasn't really seeing that with you.
With me? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say it's everything, because I had a strict mom also. And with that, my mom is like, used to say, let her sing early, right? Because underneath, again, the management of the Mighty Sparrows, as I said, he was very strict. And as much as he wanted me to sing in everything as much as possible, it was sing early and get her out. So a lot of people used to think that I'm a young child or teenager, never used to speak to people. But it's not that. I was trained to just sing, bye, go.
But that's the way it's supposed to be, because at that age, you can still be manipulated by certain questions coming at you. So yeah, let me be real. So they needed to do that, but I'm channeling how I felt back then, and as I said, many people thought the same way I did, so I needed to get that question out. So, Kavoken.
It's my country. Every green and
so this, and are giving again Kevorkian some time to find the part where we actually gonna hear you sing. But we had a question from Stephen Charles. Oh, I see it here. He said, was Mighty Sparrow your biological father?
No, he wasn't.
But you refer to him
No,
as
he's
that
not.
because at
But
that age.
I was so young, and that's all I know, you know. So he took over the role as my real dad. And my real dad at the time, as much as he loved it and stuff, at a certain time, I'll say it on the air, as much as I love my biological father, Mr. Evans Wilson, he used to get pressure because Sparrow is like, that's my child. I don't care about that, could be biological. That's mine. So it come like I had two fathers at that time. Yeah, but no, he's not my blood father.
See, I understand that because even as we Caribbean people, we call a lot of people auntie, and they're not really auntie, all right? Or the tanty, and it ain't really auntie. It's a pumpkin vine kind of thing, you know. So,
right.
You know. So you have the part with the vocals.
With the vocals?
That song, yeah. I only hearing the music. I want to hear her sing.
Wait, you.
On it.
Yeah, just throw him under the bus.
Yes, she did.
Nice.
She said nice.
Ooh, because you're supposed to have it, man.
Yeah, man.
But that's nothing. That's my boy. That's my boy.
Good walking. She bail you out. So defining it. So let me ask this question. So the timbre of this song is very patriotic. All right? And let's take it back to as a 10. How old were you when you did this song? You were a little bit older.
I was 12.
12. So not much older, but a little bit older.
Not much over.
Straight up, you still got that range, girl?
Yeah, but not right now.
Nah. I'm not about to put you on the spot. I know you've been out for the whole night.
God.
And the reason why I ask that is a lot of singers.
Yeah, a little hoarse right now because with the whole night thing. But
I'm not gonna put you on the spot
range
because
is there. The range is there. Could never leave.
Good. With some singers, it does leave. But it's good that you still have it. So I know that you were in a is that a movie? A movie.
Yeah.
You want to tell our listeners a little bit about that, please?
Well, at my age, I think it was 9 going on 10. My mom, a lady from India, came from India and was fascinated with our culture. And she wanted to do a documentary film on Kitchener and Calypso Rose. And out of all those legends, the youngest legend in the film is me. So all I remember at that time, that going to school, everywhere I go, a camera in my face, 24/7, brushing my teeth, camera in my face. But they wanted to do a history of me, also as a young, as they say, legend icon in the business. So that film is called One Hand Don't Clap. That was 1987. And from then, they just recently called me. She much older, of course, everybody got older. And with Dad, he was a little part also in the film, but it was more based on Kitchener and Calypso Rose. Black Stallion was in the film, Duke was in the film, and who else? David Rudder.
Okay.
And I'm very proud of myself.
You should be.
Because, yeah, and I'm very a humble person too. Believe it or not, after stage and all the glitz and glamour, I'm very shy. But I'm very proud when she called me the other day and she's like, "Oh, hi, Natasha. You remember this one?" I'm like, "Huh?" She's like, "Yes, I did the film, One Hand Don't Clap." And I'm like, "Yeah, I think I remember." She's like, "Oh my God, how old are you now?" So I told her, she's like, "Oh my God." She asked if I have any kids. I said, "Yeah, my son soon going to be 21, which is next week, is his birthday." And she started to talk and go crazy and scream on the phone. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? But she in that film now, and I'm so proud, is in the performing arts in the city. And they called me and I went out there for the screening at the that movie theater, and I was blown away, man, because I know I put in a lot of work, but whoa, I was tearing up in the movie theater, the Consul General, the Ambassador of Trinidad and Tobago. Everybody was there who you could think of. It was packed. And at the ending of the film, she said, everybody here in the film is either passed or who's sick, but it have one person I'm so proud to say she's here in person. And she called me up and she's like, ladies and gentlemen, that young baby in the film is here. Miss Natasha was that. I was booing, you know, and my family was screaming and stuff. It took me back and I was like, Natasha, Jesus, you did it. You did it for all the Destras and the fians.
Okay, time out.
Yeah.
Thank you. You see, you say things and it's a segue for me to say something else. So I kind of get permission from you, kind of. The Destras and the Fayans and all of them, do they realize, this is a question that you cannot answer, but they were all standing on your shoulder because, your shoulders, I should say, because before it was a them, it was a you, because you referenced there was a time when you were performing where they didn't feel that female singers should even be standing on a stage unless your name is Rose and Francine, and they had a hard time when they were performing too. You know? So what are your thoughts about that?
Very frustrating. I mean, but thanks to Dad, the Mighty Sparrow, because of who he is, a lot of things was bended at the time, right? So it was hard. They give Marshall a hard time, but I got the worst time. Because you know what they call me? Woman. You understand? Meaning, I'm a woman in the business. A man is a little easier for a man, but for a woman, dominated, they're crazy. How about this woman could come in here and beat all that? And that is all kind of thing. And then that's a little child. Or she could come in the competition, same competition like me. And it was just like really, really difficult. You wouldn't believe. But when I break through with dedication, perseverance, love, support from my family, and the Mighty Sparrow was like, no. It was hard for me. Rose was like, no, I understand, but she's good. He's good. Give the kids a break. And when I did it, after that, everything for the art form in the sense of for my generation on, which is Bungie, Fayan, Destra, Showin, Winchester, and the list go on and on, down to the voice and some of them I will stand up there, and as much as they out there, certain people have to come and say, no, that's Natasha. And he's like, what? Natasha? Who? Oh my God. Skinny Fabulous, I just met Carnival going there. He's like, man, I heard your name. I know the person, but I didn't know actually you're in my presence. And he's like, he bent and he bowed. When Bungie see me, Bungie always bowing. I mean, I don't like the drama because I'm a very, very simple person. But at the end of the day, you have to pay respect where respect is due, because I put in a lot. 40 years is not joke years. 40 years to make it easy for them. Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see that you're getting the recognition from the ones that actually do meet you. So my next question is this. What are your thoughts on the industry then to the industry now?
Oh, my God. Well, the industry then, we learn how to sing. We learn how to, when you come out on stage, you got to sound better than the record. We learn not to, at least in Kaiso, let me start with the Kaiso then. We know to sing, and I said out on TV6, and they was like amazed. Now the Calypso is and I'm like, what? What it is? I'm not understanding what you're saying. You have to tell your story clearly, because we singers are storytellers. right? And when we bring in forth or telling our story, we got to bring it clear that people can understand. Melodic, everybody's like, oh my God, yes, sweet, but strong. But we have to tell that story. And some of them, now the music change, first to begin with. Times change, I get it. But they coming back now to the same old time music. You understand? In the sense of the beat. Because certain time, these fellas was going at pace that, listen, when the song started and I jumped to, I can't breathe. It was too fast, that, now. And my time, the music gotta be like more groovy and nation building and, but again, I'm coming back to what you just asked me. My time, we know how to sing. And I have singers that I'm training to. Last night in my birthday party, one of my singers, she sang. And people was like, oh my God. And she did it, a little piece for the record, and the rest, she did it a cappella. And I turned to her and I said, do it a cappella. When they heard a little piece with the record and a cappella, they're like, wait, she's fantastic, because I'm teaching them you got to sound better than your record. And you have to learn to sing anything.
Well, let me add on to what you just said there. A lot of people do not realize that the first instrument is voice. Before they even created the guitar and the pan and the everything, the voice is with you. You walk with it. You run with it. So that's the first instrument. And one of the things that's different from when you started and even when I started to now is when you see some of them hit the stage, and because we have to differentiate between the Calypsonians and the Soca singers. When the Soca singers hit the stage, they sing into a track behind their own voice. Whereas before, and it's not like if there isn't an instrumental version with the background singers and the void with just you have to put in. No, the singing. So why am I paying you to sing in a show when you're coming on to sing with your voice already in the track? That don't make sense.
Let me. It don't make no sense, right? But I'll try. I'm the mommy, so I'll try to bail out with certain circumstances. Some guys have 3-4 shows a night, and you have to save the throat. In my time, I used to have more shows a night, right? I agree with it to a point, and then I don't agree with it. Let me tell you why I agree with it. Some of them didn't have the hard training like what I have, okay? The music changed, and then some of them are not singers. True. I'm being real.
Well, it's true. It's true.
So they depend on the track to save their throat. But I just don't understand it. You're trying to save here, but you're bawling, hands in the air, jacks in the air, put it up, hey. But singing behind the track,
But here again, Natasha, check it out. You did the same thing back then with the same amount of shows that you had to jump and run to per night. The same thing that they're doing.
I wasn't singing behind my track.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When you did it, you had to be real. Okay?
Yeah.
Even if you showed up on stage to sing behind a track, somebody would have buff you up and say, but there's no IP to hear. You know what I'm saying? But
even though if it's the track, it's the instrumental track. So I still gotta sing anyway.
Thank you.
I still have to sing anyway.
Thank you. So Kevorkian, y'all get to play whatever y'all want for at least a minute so we could give her a chance to take a break.
Hi, Kevorkian.
What's going on, darling? What's going on?
She can't hear you. You ain't talking in the mic.
But the mic is right in front of my face.
How come you just get me a hard time, but you don't get here a hard time?
I just get my buff on the
word. There's book. All of us get on their buff. Don't worry.
All right, run the thing.
Oh yeah. For life.
Wait, I ain't have this at all, you know.
Wait. Melvin produced this, or?
No. I will rise up of all obstacles. All my strength I'm invested.
I upset. I don't have this at all.
I'll send a couple for you, so now you have.
All right.
One day, I reap my reward. Yeah. If my back against the wall, they will never see me fall. I'm over the will to fly forever. Take a hold their head and ball. When I keep on standing tall, I'm over the strength to fly forever. I give it me all. 'Cause I ain't giving up. Give it me all. Yeah. You promise me to ride. Give it me all. 'Cause I ain't giving up. Give it me all. Give it me all. Right now it's success for life, progress for life, better days for life, for life, for life, success for life, blessings for life, no stressing, yeah.
So let me just say hi to Olade Banks listening to us on the Facebook stream and Miss Wendy Modest. So success for life, I give it my all. So I kind of the song itself is self-explanatory, but I still want to hear your thoughts about that particular song. By the way, the range is still there, so good job, girl.
Thank you. Giving me all. I'm the co-writer of that song. I sat down one day in my kitchen, and my best friend was here, and I was just humming, giving me all. You know, sorry, I'll be a little cracked.
No, we good, we good.
You know, and singing, giving me all, giving me all. And I keep on going over and over and over and over. I said, boy, I got a hook line for a song, you know. He said, boy, yeah. Because sometimes people don't recognize or appreciate, as an artist yourself, your gift and all the contribution you give. And I'm like, that is my motivation song. Sometimes I sit down and I just put it on. And I'm like, you know what, Tash? Get up, let's do it. You know, sometimes you're down, you're tired, it's like, don't feel like doing nothing. But I called Hans John when I was getting, Hans John is a singer from St. Vincent. And I say, Hans, boy, I have an idea in my head. Because I'm not no big writer, sorry. And I'm like, Hans, I have this part that I keep on meddling in my head. And I just have this 2 verse. Success for life, progress for life, better days for life, for life, for life. And I was just like, okay. So Hans said, give me like half an hour, Tasha. I'll call it back. I said, half an hour, boy. Can't write that song in half an hour, yeah? Half an hour. Hans call me back, girl, some music on to everything. And I'm like, yeah, look, you have your song. I said, oh, shit. Oops, sorry.
No, you're good. We good with that.
I said, oh, my God. That's it. He said, congratulations, Tasha. I said, boy, yes, because people don't understand, too. If you write, give him it all, or you say 2 lines, you're a co-writer of a song. Some of them don't understand that as singers, too, right? Mm-hmm. So I wrote piece of the first verse and the chorus, and Hans took it away from there. Give him my all is my experience, meaning that everything I did, I give my all. And from now on, or from then to now, it will be success for life, progress for life, better days for life. So I'm not going to think negative. I don't want nobody to think negative. I don't want nobody bring down nobody negative. That's it. I'm giving my all. Regardless of whatever you do, you give your all.
So I look at it a little bit differently. And let me just say, Olade Banks is saying, he said, great to see Natasha Wilson on here. Hey, my sister friend, Susan Brown. So I look at it just a little bit differently. Yes, from what you're saying, but let me add on a little bit. When we started the conversation earlier on, you know, you shared that as a 10-year-old, we talked about when you did that song, and you did it for us, all right? And in many ways, you gave up your childhood for us.
Yeah.
So I see that juxtaposed with this particular song, the lyrics from this song, where you give it your all for life.
Right.
Because 40 years in the business, for life, you gave it for us.
You could justify it as that too. Come like same thing with One Day. When I sang One Day, some people think, well, girl, I'm going through this with my man and my woman, so I will 1 day is for that. Then some people say, well, politically, one day we go beat it. I tell you what. So you could take a song and place it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So giving me all comes something like that. As you say, 40 years in the business, you give it your all. Me, motivation from now on, from then to now, motivation. Some people might listen to it and say, yo, you know what? Tasha, thank you, girl. I was having a bad time in my life and I listened to your song because I got that too. And from now on is more progress for life, blessings for life, better days for life, so it can relate to anything. You're right.
So we're pushing the interview just a little bit more because we have the capability we can go past 2:00, but just for like maybe.
That's if Natasha want to hold on past two.
So wait, Natasha, she said no problem. Wendy Modest is saying here, Natasha is beautiful with matching personality because we're on Facebook. We couldn't get onto Instagram because Instagram pulling us a dumbass stunt this morning.
Oh,
but
Lord.
but it's all right. I'll extract the clip and post it later. So we're on YouTube Live, and of course we're on iTunes Radio, powered live by iTunes Radio. And later on, as I said, we're going to be on Soca Passion. So, and Island Beat tomorrow. So we got another song that we're going to play.
There's no other love like yours. You walk me through so many doors. There's no other mother like you. But I know this much is true. Mama, I need you to show me the way. Your love is my guidance every single day. I want the world to see how you stood by me. I want the world to see how you stood by me. Sometimes when I'm feeling blue.
Okay, so this is my 5 cents worth here.
Before you even go there, this song.
She was going up.
Wait, this song.
Play back now.
Wait. You.
She
let me
killing me
drive
every
this.
minute. She was going up.
I'm glad you realized that to them. But anyway, this is a song I know.
You want to hear all the high notes?
You don't know.
She was going up.
She doesn't want me to drive the car, but she wanted to put it in drive.
No, she wanted to drive but give
She's a
directions.
dread boy. On a different note, I know this song is a little bit more personal to you because I know I think it was 2 years ago, mommy had passed, right?
It will be 2 years, September 6th,
okay.
this year.
I know that. Okay. You want to play back this song? Because
I want to hear that part. I want to hear that part when she went up.
Just praying it will be okay.
So
you acting as if the girl is not the real deal?
No. I have a lot to say, but I'm trying to say it in a short period of time. One, please accept my sympathy on the loss of your mom. I know what it feels like because I lost mine about over 20 years ago, and it stays with you. It gets a little bit easier, but it stays with you. But I think this song also is a tribute to anyone that has lost any, whether it's a
their
brother,
mom,
a sister, a husband in their lives. So your voice. Okay, my question is, your voice is fantastic. The range is still there. The clarity, the intonation, everything it's gotten better with age. Let me put it that way.
Thank you.
So I'm going to throw you under the bus just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel you need to add a soca rhythm to that or a calypso rhythm to that?
Well, it wasn't how it is. My producer, Mr. Brent Toussaint, I find it funny because he's more of an R&B person, right? He works with Christina Aguilera, Total, Little Kim and stuff. And when I brought this song to him, I was a bit surprised the end result. Oh, he switched it into a soca because he thinks everybody see me, they think everything gotta be a calypso and a soca. But it's never too late. I mean, I could go back and revamp it and
Please,
change it up.
please, because the soca don't do it justice
No.
at all. How old is
yeah,
this
yeah,
song? How
yeah.
old is this song? When this song was brought out?
Well, my mom had passed, so September, and for Mother's Day, I brought this out for Mother's Day.
Okay, you gotta pull that soca beat, whatever the heck it is he put there. I'm sorry.
That kick wasn't needed. The kick wasn't needed.
Because when the song started, I'm in it, right? And then when that rhythm coming, I was like, what the jail is this?
That rhythm didn't. I love this song. I love this. I love the lyrics.
He was also going through some stuff too, and but we have the studio there, so.
Okay,
that's okay. I could go
you
back
have our encouragement to go back pull the soca, calypso, whatever it is. I would say it has to. Say what now?
At all. I'm glad you realize that.
No, I easy. I'm gonna tell you, at my age gives me the freedom to say mostly whatever I want to say.
I like how you put that M word in there.
Human
Mostly.
beings, and we're free to say what we gotta say. I mean, and I love honesty.
Well, Gail, this is as real as it gets.
A lot of them can't take the honesty, girl.
That's, whatever. But with regards to you and this song,
whatever.
I feel it's got the right progression. You can do it two ways. Try it with a one drop reggae or straight R&B. With not a whole lot behind it, because the focus needs to be the vocals. So you could go with probably just keys, bass, some little nuances behind it, so that way the voice can shine.
Yes.
But I could always go back. That's no
please
problem.
But you know something, as big as she is, you'll never know it, and because she's you see how she is now? Simple, calm, relaxed, really. That's how I know she from since I was small,
So Cheryl Sue is saying it is so good seeing Natasha, because Facebook gives us an opportunity to hear what people are thinking. So I got one more thing to say with regards to this song. And it doesn't have to be this song, it could be any song. And I say this to everyone, but nobody takes me on except probably Sherwin when he was on the show a couple weeks ago. This song, take part of it and turn it into Spanish.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Okay.
So that way, if you want, you could have a Spanish version of the song. But I'm saying if you don't want to go whole 9 yards with that, part of the song, turn it into Spanish, so that way you could engage the Spanish-speaking audience too.
Yes. Okay. All right.
So we good?
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
And we appreciate you. We've got to go, but I hope that you will return at another time in the year to have another chat with us.
Yes, because there's so much we did not say, and there's a lot more I wanted to say.
Well, you could say it.
You can,
No, well, I will we will go way over time. And the program is just for a certain amount of time. But I must say, my production team is called, I didn't mention that, Now Production. And I'm recruiting young and upcoming artists in the business right now. So you could reach me or email me, your songs, email the team. We'll listen to it. If you're good, I'll tell you. I'm a very straightforward person. Yeah. And if you're good and we like what we hear, we recruit you. If not, I'm not going to break. And I'm a person who don't like to break you in the sense of, oh, no, you're not good, like some, all right, let me just leave it there.
She had a minute there. She had a moment.
Well, she said, like how Chris Garcia would say, and immediately I went into, woy.
If you don't mind, can you share that? Do you mind sharing that number or an email address? So whomever
All right.
is
So
listening.
my email address is Natasha OWJ@gmail.com. All right. So you could have them email there or message me on Natasha Wilson Jean on Facebook. Same thing on IG.
Somebody's calling.
Yeah, she got a phone call. Yeah.
Well,
calling.
Yeah, we realized.
They could do that, and if you're interested, or your child, or please, I'm not taking adults over, let's say, I'll give you a break, 25.
Okay.
Anything over that, no.
That's pretty decent, though,
Yeah.
because by that time, behaviors are formed and opinions are formed, and it's going to be really hard for you to get
I
them.
had a singer, girl. I've been through so much. As you say that, I had a singer that I recruited, and they sang a couple years, but not established. And after a while, we started to train, and we started. As I tell you, you see me here. I'm very, very quiet and humble girl. But when we start working, I'm really, really tough on my singers. And after a while, I don't know, like 2-3 songs or shows. Let's say shows. He's saying, I want to take over my company. He's saying, I want to tell me what to do. And I'm crazy people. Yeah.
I know that.
And this is something I have to say too. Humility is very, very important. Right? And I always stick in my singers' head. Be humble and listen and be dedicated. You see those 3 things? If you're not, you can't be in this art form. Because I was humble, I was dedicated to my craft. And that is who made me who I am. Some of them, you make 2 songs. What? I hit the Grammys already, man. I big. And then in next year, wait a minute, who is that? Oh, you did that last year. And then the next year, you fade away because you feel your head get big and you forget who you are. And that's one thing I love Bunji. And I just always tell him too. I love his humility. The brother is very, very humble. You understand? Bunji's a person you could speak to. Fiam too. A lot of people don't like her. But again, when it comes to me and the singers, it's a mark of respect. Be humble.
You're
Be
right.
humble.
Be humble. We gotta go, but let me say this to you. I love the fact that you are engaging other singers to come into your team, and hopefully most of them will come with the right mindset. And those that didn't, you can kick them to the curb. That's okay. It's your stuff. But I really want you to come back, so I will reach out and you can let me know what works for you. There's also something else that I wanted to reach out to you about, because I'd like to do a feature on you for the magazine, iTunes Entertainment Magazine. So I'll reach out about that too. And but thank you so much.
No problem,
much,
sweetheart.
for being on the show
You
today.
guys were phenomenal. Nice. I mean, I have so much more to tell you guys.
Oh, you can tell us that on the part 2, trust me. We go bring you on from 1 o'clock or 1:15, and you could talk, sing, talk, whatever to your heart's content.
So next time I will sing. I promise. It's just so good. They kill me.
Here now, go
And
hold
they
it to that.
want to go tonight again.
Tonight again? So when you
the promoter came and gave me tickets. I have to pay,
So
I like to please. I can't please everybody. A lot of people just get mad with me. My body is only permitted just so much. But I try to please everybody and, do my best and be there and support.
Well, thank you so much for being part of the fabric, the musical fabric, and the historical fabric of Trinidad and Tobago, because unlike some of the other people, your name will go down in history. It has already gone down in history as part of Trinidad and Tobago, and in some regards, the Caribbean at large. You take care of yourself, enjoy your day, and again, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday,
Thank you, darling.
happy birthday.
Thank you, guys. It was
You're welcome.
indeed an honor.
Take care, take care.
Team, no sleep. Yeah, man.
It's my country.
Bye-bye, Natasha. Take care, honey.
Bye, guys.
So we gave you a packed show today. We had our 2 contributors, Natalie Amoroso and Miss Phyllis Worrell. Then we had Jahmali. We had Jahmali at the top of the 1 o'clock hour. And then we brought it into Miss Natasha Wilson. If you are interested to be part of that team, or for her to work with her team, or for her team to work with you, the one email that I remembered was natashaojw@gmail.com. Okay, and we'll try and put that information in the credits, in the edits. Y'all have a blessed weekend. My name is Lima Dunbar. On the ones and twos, we had DJ Code Red. I'm sorry, DJ Kevorkin, and producing the show, we had DJ Code Red. You can hear the show in repeat mode on Soca Passion TX this evening and tomorrow on Island Beach Radio. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, The People's Chat Room, and also our Instagram page. Y'all take care. Enjoy your weekend.